Robin is having your child. That is not something you can hide from any more than you can ignore it. Patrick, you are going to be a father, whether you're ready or not.
Elizabeth, Robin is the one determined to do this on her own.
Because she doesn't want to pressure you. That doesn't mean she doesn't want you to be a part of the baby's life. Trust me. If you give up this chance to raise your child, you will always regret it.
You know, Elizabeth is just trying to help, but she could not be more wrong.
Sorry, guys. We don't open until 6.
Oh, I'm here to give my friend a private tutorial. Jasper Jacks, I called ahead.
Of course, Mr. Jacks. What can I start you with?
Let's start with 10,000. Pick a number.
Given that the Jackal's gaming experience has been mostly of a virtual nature, perhaps we should go over the fundamentals prior to placing any actual bets of monetary value?
First rule in gambling, if you can't afford to lose, you shouldn't play. And that's exactly how you have to act, even if it's not true. Now pick a number.
So the Jackal has more to learn than he thought.
So I'd like the clinic to be as welcoming as possible, medically efficient, of course, just without that cold, sterile look of the hospital.
Yeah. Well, the aesthetics won't be a problem, although passing the inspection might. It'll take a lot of work to get this building up to code. I'll call a contractor and get him to pull some permits.
Okay.
You just can't stay out of trouble, can you? One breaking and entering arrest wasn't enough.
What time did she leave this morning, your little friend?
I'm not getting into this with you.
Come on, John. It's a simple question.
You're trying to pick a fight.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to avoid a fight, actually. Listen, the last thing I want to do is stumble over Lulu coming out of your bedroom in the morning.
Ta-da! Aren't you going to invite me in?
Elizabeth, you have been such a good friend to me during my pregnancy. Such an incredible resource, answering all my questions, offering advice. And it's a comfort to me to know that, you know, you are my friend and you are a single mother and you have a career and you have a family. You have it all. And of course, as a single mother, you are entitled to your own opinion as far as how much a father should contribute to his child's life. But what you have to understand is that these are Elizabeth's feelings, not mine. I am perfectly capable of doing this all on my own.
The point is, you don't have to.
Look, I really do appreciate what you're trying to do, but it's not necessary. I'm excited about being a single mother. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. All of it. So please don't feel like you have to step up and get involved. You're under no obligation here. I've got everything under control.
Who are you trying to convince?
You bought the building already?
I want to get this clinic up and running as soon as possible. I already hired an architect. He's going over the space as we speak.
Wow. When you said you wanted to start a clinic, I figured a couple months, next year maybe. I had no idea you could be so...
What, decisive?
Well, you did go back and forth for a few weeks about whether or not to have the surgery,
I know. Extraordinary circumstances, however, I had to choose between my life and the love of my life, so...
Or at least the idea of her.
I already told you she was real to me. I could see her, speak to her. I just knew that if I had the surgery, that I would lose her. That's why I vacillated the way I did. So, you see my customary approach to obstacles, right? If I decide I want something, I want it to happen immediately.
Well, some people would call that spoiled, but I guess that's just all part of being a prince. People falling all over themselves to do whatever you want.
People do not fall all over themselves. Come on.
Mr. Cassadine.
Yes.
Permits are being filed as we speak. Now, normally it takes a few weeks to get approval from the city, but I think in your case, they'll make an exception.
Right, of course. I'm sorry. This is Nadine Krause. She's consulting with me on the project.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Her opinion is it's very important to me. Whatever she wants for this clinic, just make sure it's taken care of, okay?
Jensen thinks we should run the interview with Keira Knightley.
Well, clearly Jensen's not paid to think, because if he was, he'd know that was a bad idea. Why would I run a cover story in a competing magazine? Why would I give Giselle the exclusive?
You wouldn't, which is why Oliver suggested we run something completely different. Give the readers a feel for what Crimson really is without giving up anything from our debut issue.
Thank you, Maxie. That would be my preference. But since we don't have a photographer, I fail to see how that's an option.
Girls, we need something fresh. We need something truly original. Do you have any insight? We could run an excerpt on that piece on microloans, just enough to make readers realize that Crimson is more than just mindless fluff.
Or we could run something that really focuses on our target age range, like the pictures from the What to Wear clubbing shoot.
Now that's a new way to appeal to a younger audience. Let your assistants make the editorial decisions.
There are two types of bets in roulette. The outside, which is this area, or the inside. And you can bet on a single number. You can split a number, which represents both of these. You can put it in the middle right there. It represents all four numbers, or you can put it on the side, which represents an entire row.
Okay, forgive the Jackal's ignorance, but wouldn't it just be, I don't know, easier to bet on red or black?
Well, if you want to play it safe, but if you want to win big, you have to play big.
But what would the gaming guru suggest?
I suggest picking a number in the middle. The payout is bigger.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
No more bets.
Come on, Simon.
7. Congratulations, Mr. Jax.
Thank you. Second lesson in gambling. Always trust your instincts.
But what if the Jackal's instincts are wrong?
Well, then you lose. The key is you have to pretend like you don't care.
Of course I care. Who wouldn't want money and prestige? I mean, not that the Jackal isn't financially sound. I mean, it's not what pays the most.
Forget about the money for a start. Assume once you put the chips down that they're already gone. What you're paying for is the fun of having something at stake.
I'm sorry, the Jackal doesn't follow. How is losing money fun?
Well, Daddy, what do you think?
Why you had to lease a place is beyond me. There are plenty of rooms available at the Metro Court.
I don't like hotels. They're too impersonal. This place feels like a home.
With someone else's stuff around?
What, you don't like the furniture?
That's not what I would have picked.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing you don't live here.
I still want to be comfortable when I visit. Now, it was nice that you found a place across from my hotel, and it's not going to be any trouble to come see you, as long as I got the kid here to help me down those stairs.
Daddy, come on. We can just put a ramp in if it'll be easier for you.
Don't bother. By the time you get this place accessible, the house will be ready for us to move back in.
Claudia and I are staying here.
Oh, I want my children with me.
Well done, Mr. Spinelli. Now that you've mastered roulette, let's try your hand at blackjack, shall we? Would you please set up a table for us? We'll be at the bar. I guess scotch, please. And the gentleman will have...
Orange soda?
Soda. Make it a vodka on the rocks.
Just a word of caution. The Jackal's tolerance for alcohol and other intoxicants is meager at best.
Then nurse it. The goal isn't to get drunk. It's to appear relaxed. You should always order